Okay, so I have this minor problem. I'm probably the most random and spontaneous person you've ever met. I love anything that does not make sense, including this. I came from State College to celebrate my friend Katie's birthday. And she said, hey, you want to share a story? I'm like, that's a terrible idea, actually, no thanks. And she's like, for my birthday, and I'm like, crap, really? You're going to pull the birthday card? All right, fine. So here's the gist. 4 years ago, I went to this man-made lake in Racetown, Pennsylvania, which, if you know anything about Pennsylvania, it's like right in the middle of central Pennsylvania. There are no black people, maybe 6 biracial couples, and I'm sure if you're gay, no one knows about it. So we go to this lake. Everyone is there. There's a ton of people. We're really excited, and there's a 40-foot cliff that all these guys are like showing off for their girlfriends on. And so all of them like are climbing up and like jumping off and looping and doing all these fancy tricks. And so I'm sitting on the boat with all the girls, and I'm like, this is really boring. I've never done this before in my life. Why am I sitting on the boat, and all the dudes are jumping around? So I decide, this is my thinking. Hey, I've never done this before. Okay, I'll just do it. Like, that's it. I don't think about anything else. And so I asked the guy to take the boat a little bit closer to the cliff. I jump off in my bathing suit, and I swim over to the cliff. All the guys are at the top, and you have to sort of climb all the way up. It's kind of a hike before you get up there. And so I'm like soaking wet from swimming. I climb all the way up, and one of my best friends in the whole world is up there, who I absolutely adore. And he's like, hey, do you want me to hold your hand when you jump off? And I was like, sure. I mean, that sounds like a great idea. I mean, it looks kind of steep, and that would make me not as scared. And I'm really excited to do this because I've never done it before. And so, P.S., I failed terribly in the sciences. Like, I did not keep in mind physics, that I'm 5'0", barely 100 pounds, and he's like, not. And so, it's not a good idea, you know? And so, one of the guys down there is like, hey, Lo, and like waving his hands, he's like, don't, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't hear you, Matt. I'll be down in a second. No worries. Just hang on. And so, I grab a hold of Matthew's hand. We run, and then I stop. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out. I want to check what I'm jumping into first. So I stop and I look, and there are all these, like, edges, and so he's like, here's the thing, you're gonna really have to jump out. Like, and so I'm like, okay, I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm really afraid that it's gonna suck if I land on that. Like, that's gonna leave a mark. And so we were like, he's like, okay, the thing is, honestly, like, whoa, you're gonna have to like dive out. And I'm like, that's fine, that's fine. I mean, how hard can it be? And so I'm not thinking that it's slippy or whatever, which it is. So I grab his hand, we bolt for it, and I jump. Again, physics sucks. And so because he's heavier than me, he slams right into me. Like so. Knocks the wind out of me completely. I am sideways. I land like this. 40 feet. Lands completely on my side. And the awesome part is his self then lands on top of me. So I'm looking up and all I see is bare white chest. I was like, dude, not only did you knock the crap out of me, but now you're like purposely drowning me? Like, that's not cool. And so I'm like trying to swim, but I can't. I breathed all this water in from being knocked out. And so all the water is in my lungs. And that next thing I remember is Matt, the other Matt, is down there literally fishing me out. And all I can think is, please do not flash the world. Please do not flash the world. I'm trying to like fix my bathing suit. And all I can think is, I'm 2 hours away from home in the middle of central Pennsylvania. And I'm gonna die drowning. Not only that, but in the nude. Awesome. And so Matt fishes me out. He's like, so I was trying to tell you, like, that's a really bad idea. I'm like, you are an idiot. Yell louder. You know? Anyways, and so I get back in the car and we're driving home and everyone's like, are you like, you know, are you okay? How are you feeling? I'm like, I'm fine. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it hurts a little bit. P.S. Everything was ringing. Like, my skin hurt. Everything hurt. And so we drive home. I end up going to the doctor, and to this day, they refer to me as, oh yeah, you're that girl that jumped off the cliff. And the thing that sucks is I don't have health insurance, so I can't really switch doctors.